So I was feeling pretty happy about things. Twisting Nether in hand, a second copy of Zephyrus in hand, happy for the Warlock to fill the board with big minions, and I would simply remove them. That's the plan. However, the Warlock would surprise me here. Hemet is a giveaway, because Mecha'thun would signal the end for me. I was not expecting this. Nothing I could do. I was expecting a different version of this Stealer of Souls Warlock. I was just expecting the version that plays big minions, right? Turn after turn. And I'd have the answers for that. But I don't have the answer for Mecha'thun in hand. And that's a shame. But a good effort, nonetheless. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what deck am I playing today? Well, I am playing AndrzejSmar's Reno Exodia Paladin. Now, I've featured one of his decks before on my channel, and AndrzejSmar has this tendency to produce fantastic off-meta decks. Now, I'm not going to go through a full guide on how to play this deck, because there is an incredibly intensive guide, detailed guide on Hearthstone that goes through the different matchups on the wild ladder, what your chances of winning are, what your chances of losing are. So there's no need for me to repeat any of that. But the link to that guide is in the video description below, so please feel free to check that out. What I've realised playing this deck is that it is very different to anything else out there in the meta at the moment. Honestly, I don't think I've seen a Reno Paladin in my pocket of the meta for probably, what, a year or two maybe? It's such a rare deck, at least from my experience. So playing this deck certainly gives you the element of surprise. Your opponent doesn't know how to prepare. So that gives you quite a significant advantage in my opinion. And if you're looking for win conditions with this deck, there is some OTK potential. So Uther of the Ebon Blade with Garrison Commander. Garrison Commander means you can use your hero power twice a turn. In the late game, where everyone's top decking, maybe your opponent cannot remove the horsemen as they are summoned, and eventually will just die to them. That's a real possibility. There is Holy Wrath and Shrivala the Tiger. Potential OTK, if you're lucky, of course. Then there is High Priest Tekal and Molten Giant. If you can get that combination down early, a Molten Giant that goes uncontested can just win the game. So, super fun deck. I had low expectations going into the games that I played, and this deck more than exceeded those expectations on a grand scale. So, let's start out against a mage. And for those of you that were wondering, the music that you were listening to was from World of Warcraft Shadowlands, and it is a music specifically attributed to Uther. So very, very relevant for this Paladin deck, for sure. And so the mage matchup. Is it Secrets Mage? I think that's the question. Lovely turn one with Christology there. I appreciate the card draw. Now, one of the MVP cards in this deck, in my opinion, is Zephyrus. I think with Zephyrus, it just gives you so much flexibility to deal with problems, particularly early on. I'm used to thinking of Zephyrus as a late game board clear, but actually playing it early can be a big deal. Getting rid of early threats can be significant too, and that is tank up. I'm taking that for sure, because if this is Secrets Mage, I'm going to tank up out of range. We are now a warrior with tank up. So, can we get the mage to hurry up? Maybe they're having internet problems. Maybe they're on a train and they're going through a tunnel and they've lost their connection. That used to happen to me a lot. Oh, they're awake. They're alive. Tank up? Sure. We're in no rush. We have options in hand. We're happy... Oh, that's not good. I was going to say we're happy to chill out, but that's a problem. Because we're going to overdraw now. Oh dear. Oh dear. Equality and Pyromancer. That's my combo gone in one go. Pretty hilarious. I'm not too sad about losing Polkelt. Oh, and they overdraw too. Wow. And that was actually a pretty significant card to overdraw. So I think we have a good idea what kind of a mage this is. This is a gather your resources and your spells in your hand mage, and then go off over 1, maybe 2 turns.
I wonder.
But if they're playing Mozaki, they'll go off over 1 turn and kill us.
By the holy light!
And if it is Mozaki mage, can tank up actually save us? Because I've played against Mozaki mage as Jade Druid, where you gain an absolute ton of armor early on. And even then, they get through the armor because of Mozaki.
I must insist.
So I'm not quite sure what to do here, to be honest. So I'm going to hero power twice. Because I'm really scared. Usually you'd want to save Garrison Commander for Uther of the Ebon Blade and the 4 Horsemen hero power. But here I kind of value the armor from tank up. But as I said before, is that even going to be enough against Mozaki? Is 16 armor even going to help me?
By the holy light!
Now they may invest a spell here or 2 to kill off the Garrison Commander. And maybe that will be a spell that won't be hitting my face with Mozaki. Maybe that's a good thing. Okay. Here comes the investment of spells, but these are spells for minions. Are they going to leave that alive? Interesting.
Well played.
Because I can return it to hand with Zola, keep a copy in hand for later.
Time runs out on me.
What are they waiting for? What are they calculating?
I wonder.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Oh, they are investing a spell to kill it. Interesting. Yeah, clearly that needed a lot of thought. So we could draw a card, it's helpful. And we want to clear this board. We need to kill the apprentice, for sure. Okay. 20 armor. And I'm looking at this hand, and I'm thinking about Mutanus as a possible saving grace for me. Maybe Mutanus
Someday I'll be just
can pull a combo piece, but here comes the Flame Waker and the Apprentice. Are we dead? Usually, they'll commit the Flame Waker when they feel confident that they're about to kill you. Or at least put you down to a seriously low health total, right? Otherwise, why would you go off with the Flame Waker now? Are they even going to be able to shred all of our armor here? This is quite the gamble from the mage. Because we are nowhere near dead. I was just thinking I was going to die on that turn, but we're nowhere near dead. So that is a massive gamble. They must have figured out by now what kind of a paladin I probably am. So with a handful of cards, surely I'd have some kind of response to this in terms of board clear. But I guess they couldn't wait any longer. They just wanted to start doing damage.
Do try to keep yourselves alive.
And if by some chance their board sticks, then they're in a really good position the following turn. But Barrens combo, pretty sweet there for us. They knew what was coming. Okay, next game is a rogue, so we can expect them to be very aggressive, right? Kingsbane, perhaps. So I'm going to keep Reno Jackson. Sir Finley has been very good to me so far. It did protect me quite nicely against that Flamewaker mage. Let's see what hero power Finley gives us this time. Reno Jackson, I think, is a very solid keep if it's Kingsbane Rogue. Let's see how we go. Nothing on turn 1. Interesting. If it was Kingsbane, I would have expected, what, a pirate or two to come down? Hero power? Interesting. Well, let's see what we get. Oh, and we get tank up. I'm taking that. Al Finley, he knows what I want. And he gives me what I want. I want tank up, he gives me tank up. What the hell is that? Huh. That's interesting. Spirit of the Bat.
I must insist.
Okay, sure. It's not the worst thing in the world.
May the light grant
But I'm...
peace.
I was debating between playing that and tanking up. I'm happy to play it. It puts some stuff on the board. It'll make the opponent wary of killing my two other minions. Yeah. They don't attack. That's interesting. So let us protect the bat here. Let's cause a bit of a ruckus here on this board. Let's make this problematic for my opponents. Oh, okay. Turns out, not much of a problem after all. Sap does the job. Unfortunate for me. Oh well. However, it's now making me think about what kind of a rogue this is.
Well played.
Single copies of cards played so far. My money is on a Reno Rogue. So Reno Paladin versus Reno Rogue. How fascinating.
I must insist.
Ollie, I have sown chaos.
And this to me is what Hearthstone is all about. Fun decks versus fun decks. This is great. The moment you remove meta decks from the equation, the game suddenly just becomes so much more interesting. If I was facing a Kingsbane Rogue, I would probably know what to expect, right? It's quite predictable. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but in this case, the game is certainly a tad more interesting because I don't know what to expect from a Reno Rogue. If this is indeed a Reno Rogue. I probably should have thought a little bit more about Kazakus' offering there and what I would be taking. Interesting. I have a feeling that Dream is going to be a very relevant spell in this game. Putting something back to their hand that we don't want on the board. Disrupt their tempo. Gain us tempo. Could be interesting.
Many options.
But they're putting a lot of thought into what they need to do next.
This is not what we stood for.
Now that is a good candidate for Dream for return to hand, for sure. Okay, just checking interactions there. With Lynessa. So with Lynessa, it's cast each spell that you cast on your minions this game onto Lynessa. So Dream was cast on the enemy minion, that is therefore not going to impact us later down the line, so that's fine. These are cards that I don't use very often, so I have to check the interactions. I get confused. Okay, so there Kazakus played. Their copy of Kazakus played. Interesting. Very interesting. Why would you hide your hero on this for this turn? Were they really that scared of the damage that I was about to put into their face? Oh, useful. I was just thinking that you'd save Cloak of Shadows for a late game turn, when things are desperate. I don't think that last turn was desperate. Developing Valera here is going to be good for them because they'll be able to play copies of cards twice, right? So in response, I'm just going all out on the board. Going as wide as I can. Vanish scares me. But maybe they don't have it. And if they don't have Vanish, how does the rogue deal with this board? That's the question. Oh. They're going to play 2 copies of the Golem, right? Does that even do enough, though? Does that even do enough? Oh, they hit 2 good targets there. Do we still have 12 damage on the board? Mutanus could do something useful for us. I will take that. I think that's actually pretty good.
Look at me.
Okay. We are maintaining the pressure here.
Your wish is my suggestion.
Twisting Nether, I assume. Twisting Nether?
Your wish is my suggestion.
No, they're playing it again. I guess they want to get the value from the double Zephyrus. It kind of makes sense. Interesting. Blizzard does not remove the entire board. I could Holy Wrath their face, you know, and see what happens. This could be interesting. Sure, why not? Let's see what happens. That's 6 damage. Hey, that's something. And we're just going to chill. We know they've got one more Zephyrus spell in hand. They will desperately need to remove this board for sure. Oh, they're gonna be rich. Damn. Well, that puts us back to square one, kind of. We now need to deal all of that damage all over again. Trading into the Reno seems wildly sensible there. We don't want Reno going back to hand, do we? Oh, wow. Hana. This is awkward now. Having to play around secrets turn after turn is going to be rather frustrating, to say the least. And there is such a range of secrets coming. The secrets that I worry about the most are the mage secrets, so counterspell in particular, and one paladin secret, and only one paladin secret. I think you can guess what it is. Oh my Yogg is what I'm concerned about.
If power is what you seek, knowledge is
Anything else I don't especially care about, to be honest. Like snipe there, fine. Runes, absolutely fine. Kind of. We took 5, but that's fine. We have armor. Goodbye, Hannah. It was nice knowing you. I'm just going to... Do I just play the tiger? No, I tank up. I really wanted to think about playing the tiger there. Just to put something on the board. Put a bit of pressure on the board. But maybe tank up was just more valuable. Oh god! Espionage! And again! Oh no. They're never ever going to fatigue now, are they? Are we just screwed at this point now? You see, they'd used Reno Jackson. So I was kind of hoping that fatigue would do them in. And by the time we start taking fatigue, we've got all the armor gain to protect us. And we have Reno Jackson too, but they're never ever going to fatigue, are they? And I have a bad feeling about where this is going. With all of those cards that have been shuffled into their deck, this just feels really, really scary. But also really fun and unpredictable because you just don't know what's going to happen. Again, this makes a serious change from facing the usual Kingsbane rogue. So this is really a lot of fun, honestly. Interesting. They get Hana back. Oh dear lord. Super wide board here. Oh, goodbye, Tiger. So, looking at the secrets in play, thank goodness for this deck tracker. Oh my Yogg is still a possibility. I can't play Ysera Awakens into Oh my Yogg, so we go with equality first. And it is Oh my Yogg. It really hurts me to have had to have used equality there, honestly. Spellbend is not too bad though, potentially. Depending on what spells they've got to utilise. Pressure plate, annoying. But clearing the board there I think was really important. It's a shame that we had to sacrifice the equality to make that happen. Could I have used Libram of Hope into Oh my Yogg? What 9 cost equivalent spells would we have had there? And then the following turn we could AoE the board.
Justice has failed.
Well, I'm just going to push some damage here. Just going to push some damage. I think it's nice to get Uther of the Ebon Blade set up here. Because we could start pushing the hero power button.
I know who you are. This dungeon reeks of magic. Delightful.
Oh, that's really awkward. Shadow step. Oh dear, I don't think that was intended or planned for or thought about.
There is only
Ooh.
justice now.
Wow, that's interesting. That's 7 attack minion. Bit awkward to deal with. I could throw my face into it and take 7.
Fall by my
But
hand.
I prefer to throw my face into their face and deal a little bit more damage. I've got all this armor.
The time has come. I return.
Do I need to worry? Is the question.
What? You think you can take me?
Okay. I'm not going to commit the Molten Giant to this board. It dies too easily to double trade. I'm going to wait. I'm just going to wait. I want them to commit more stuff to their board, and then I can clear it. Oh dear lord! I did not want to see that. Oh no. Things were going relatively well for me. 61 armor, and I was going to heal to full with Reno. And they play Tess, and they shuffle Tess, and now the secrets are in play. Oh no, stop shuffling. You don't need any more copies. That's quite enough. Oh boy. What were those secrets again that got played? Oh no, I've got to remember.
Do try to keep yourselves alive.
I do remember Snipe though, so this is a beautiful board clear. The Rogue Zone secret. Oh, and Explosive Runes, just for a bit more damage, of course. Has just obliterated their board. Fantastic.
Fall by my hand.
Alright. Can this Molten Giant get the job done? I think is the question.
Death was merely.
Or maybe the 4 Horsemen will get the job done if this Molten Giant can protect them on the board. Although the Molten Giant could just go face and win the game next turn. Fine. Fine. That doesn't save you. Oh, that saves you. That's awkward. And now I'm getting a little bit concerned, a little bit worried. Oh, hello. So Zephyrus into a spell, but there's Oh My Yogg. So I can't play Zephyrus into a spell. I've got to test for Oh My Yogg first and get rid of it. Oh, it's so complicated. Or maybe it's not complicated. Maybe I'm just making it complicated because I'm clueless as to what to do here. Okay, we sacrifice timeout. What do we get? The animations are so slow. Oh, hello. 2 damage. Oh, okay. Pressure plate. Oh, no, wait. I should have attacked. I should have gone face with the minion. Does that even matter, though? So I play Zephyrus. What do I get from Zephyrus? Fireball. Okay. Even if Zephyrus had given me, what, Frostbolt? The mage would be at 4. That wouldn't be enough. Would Zephyrus have found me lethal had I gone face for 2? And if the opponent was at 4? Would he have found me lethal then on that last turn after I played him? I don't know, I'm so confused, but it doesn't matter because they're just dead.
I'm drop dead gorgeous.
Finishing the game with 39 armor. We may as well heal up. Gonna be rich with a fireball to the face. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, what a game. So, ladies and gentlemen, AndrzejSmar's beautiful Reno, Exodia, Paladin. What a great deck. Now, yes, I was a bit unsure towards the end of that last game. I didn't know how to tackle lethal with Zephyrus when there were Paladin secrets in play. You'll have to forgive my misplays. You'll have to forgive my insecurities. It all worked out, though, in the end. And, well, the only thing I regret is that I haven't been able to find lethal with this deck through the 4 Horsemen yet. I suspect I'd have to play a lot more games, though, for that to happen. But if you do find yourself in the absolute late game against an opponent where you're both top decking, the 4 Horsemen is very much a realistic win condition, in my opinion. And if you look at the guide on Hearthstone, you will see replays of long games on HS Replay where the deck author has managed to get 4 Horsemen lethal, which is pretty impressive. So yes, thank you very much to AndrzejSmar for this glorious deck. Thank you to all of you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed the music playing in the background. It is an Uther-centric theme from World of Warcraft Shadowlands, so it very much is representative of the deck that we've been playing today. So I'll see you guys all again very soon for more wild mode fun. But until then, please stay safe, please look after yourselves, and as always, please be good to one another. Do take care now.